Well, today, the 1st of February, is International Furmint Day and also the start of a month-long promotion called Furmint February, which started in Hungary probably about 10 years ago. And actually this year is the first time that we've had it in the UK. And it's basically a celebration and to raise awareness of the incredible Furmint grape, which is the flagship grape of Hungary. In recent years, Furmint has gained a bit of traction in the restaurant scene over here and independent retailers and amongst consumers. That's because it's an incredible grape and it's worth exploring all the different styles. It's an incredibly versatile grape. You can make wines that are bone dry, Riesling style with incredible purity of fruit, and the Furmint grape has amazing acidity. But you can also make wines that are really rich and lusciously sweet and complex. And it's also a grape that works really well with oak, so a lot of the dry white wines, when they're used with a bit of oak, create a wine that actually is reminiscent of top white Burgundy. The example that I've got here today is from a winery called Barrow. Barrow is based in the centre of the Tokai region, in a kind of unique and very famous region called Mad. Barrow was set up by Barrow in about 2003. So he pioneered a recent trend in the region of purchasing and reclaiming and renovating old vineyards that had been left derelict and abandoned during the communist era after World War II. And Carolee bought some parcels of vineyard land on what was a really famous hill called the Oreg Kirai Hill, Old King's Hill. It's a very unique piece of land. It's a hill that really juts out from the rest of the region. It's incredibly steep. The land has to be worked by hand and is made of stone terraces. It's very well exposed, so you get lots of sunshine and loads of ripeness in the grapes, and it's also got a unique soil that's kind of a mixture of kind of volcanic and stony soil that lends the trademark acidity and minerality to the Furmint grapes that grows there. And also because the stones absorb heat during the day and they can radiate the heat out at night, so you get extra kind of ripeness. So it's a really famous piece of land. So he spent a lot of money and a lot of time, huge investment, clearing away forests that had started to overgrow the old vineyards there. And he started making wine in 2009. And then in 2016, he was joined by a fantastic young winemaker called Vivian Uvari. She had a wealth of experience from around the world and been making wines in the Napa Valley, Australia and New Zealand before coming back to her Tokai region in 2013, and then a few years later joining Barrow. And she is spearheading the Barrow's kind of modern take on Furmint wines, focusing very much on the purity of fruit and the minerality and the kind of saline character you get from Furmint. So for Furmint February, we have an example here of one of Barrow's sweet wines. This is Oreg Kirai Zamarodny. So Oreg Kirai is the famous hill vineyard. Zamarodny is a traditional style of wine made in Hungary. The name comes from an old Polish word for meaning pick as it is. It's a unique blend of late harvest grapes that have been left on the vine for a little bit longer to sort of dry out, and also botrytized grapes. So the grapes get covered in this unique fungus that sucks out a lot of the moisture. So what you get is a mixture of grapes that have their water content lessened, but the concentration of flavours and complexity increased, but still keeps the trademark acidity and freshness that you get in the Furmint grape. So this wine was aged in old Hungarian oak barrels for 18 months. It's 2013, so it's still had a bit of time in the bottle as well. And you get this quite unique nose and flavours of caramelised hazelnuts, dulce de leche, apricots, pineapple, plums, candied citrus. It's incredibly complex, incredibly moorish, and it's got this incredible fine minerality and acidity running through it, so you can drink plenty of it. So cheers, happy Furmint February.